Hello, welcome back. Just going to continue on developing my podcast app in Django here. Looking at the admin UI, I noticed that the guid field that we're currently saving as a string is actually saving a bunch of nested dict information, which means we haven't really parsed it properly. So I think I need to go into my tests and just assert that that data is being parsed correctly. So we do manage.py test podcasts again. Let's have a look at past episodes, the episode 1, and have a look at the guid. You can see that we're not correctly parsing this. What we actually want probably is just the text. Potentially, if it is a permalink, if that's true, then we want to get the href, but we'll worry about that later when we add in more test cases into our test data. We can probably get rid of this breakpoint as well. So in our parser, inside guid, instead of adding any conditional logic for now, let's just say .get text and do the simplest thing for the time being. So now if we do podcast episodes, not podcast episodes, past episodes dot guid, that's now the right value. You might be asking why I didn't save this as a UUID field. It's because some feeds sometimes can just be the unique link. And if I did try to save a unique link as a UUID, it would fail within Django or a database integrity layer. So that seems to be working fine. So in our tests, I can just remove this breakpoint. And because I'm lazy, I'm not going to write any specific assertions. I mean, just for the benefit of time. If you were doing this in your workplace, you probably wouldn't want to assert that all of those things are being saved correctly. So let's go back into Talk Python here. Let's try and delete and re-add this podcast. Let's click U, copy, and go paste, save. And maybe we can hide some of this by default. If there's no podcast, potentially, would be useful. Looks like we're hitting a breakpoint. I probably need to get rid of that inside admin and click continue. Let's do that now actually, inside admin. Yeah, so there's our breakpoint. I actually don't think we need to call super save model here, whether there's much point, because we're forced to save the podcast before we save the episodes anyway, in order for the podcast to have a primary key to save the episodes against. So I'm just going to return, in fact I don't even need to be explicit about returning none, I'm just going to get rid of that line. And let's try it again without that save model call and see if it still works, just to double check. Yes, I'm sure. Let's add podcast, and hopefully, yeah, it shouldn't be hitting a breakpoint this time. Yep, there we go. Talk Python to me. Hopefully should be loading all the episodes, and the guid is fixed. So yeah, small little simple bug fix. In the next episode I think we'll focus on something else.